Hello and welcome to Saki Tech. In today's video, I will share my top 10 must-have apps for the iPhone. The reason I chose these apps are simple. They are all well-designed apps with a useful and gorgeous interface, and most of them are highly customizable so you can tweak them to fit your style. So let's dive in right away. Alright, so the first app that I want to talk about is called Face Clock. Now this is a minimalistically designed clock application that is simply gorgeous. Not only it is simple and to the point, it is also fully customizable, and I'm big on customization. Now you can get a free ad-supported version or pay $1 to get the ad-free version. So let's take a look at what it can do. So basically, if you tap on the screen, you get the settings button, and you also get the button that allows you to change the wall color and even change the picture in the background. So if you tap this, it's going to allow you to go to your gallery, and then from here you can pick a picture. Cancel that. If you go to the wall color, from here you can change different wall colors. Okay, now if you go into the settings icon, you have more options. Okay, so you can change the clock face, and you have color themes. So if you tap the color theme, from here you can pick any one of these themes. So let's go with this guy right here. Let's go with the this one right here, and then go back out there, and as you can see, that changes the color theme of your phone. But again, you control the background color from here. Alrighty, so just click OK to that. Go back into settings. You have the movement type for your phone. You can have a tick-tock effect, you can have a continuous effect, so the second hand simply continuously rolls around, or you can simply hide the second hand if you don't like it. And then my favorite is, if you go to visual effects, you can have the snow or the soda effect. Let me show you what they look like. So that's the snow effect. It's simply gorgeous. Okay, and if you go to the soda effect, visual effects, soda, not my favorite, but this is also an effect that you can in fact have. Alrighty, let's keep the snow effect. And then other things you can do, you can show weather on the screen, you can show your next alarm, you can show a music player, you can show the date and the battery. So let's just tap that to show you a little customization things you can have. So now you have a big battery on the top. The other thing is, of course, this is the portrait orientation. You can have it in landscape mode as well. So that makes this app simply perfect. So go ahead and download this app. It's free, like I said, with ads. You may not want that, so you just pay $1 to remove the ads, and it becomes perfect. Now the next app I want to talk about is a Converter Plus application. So if you tap this guy, see, you can convert from any unit of measurement to another unit of measurement. Again, this can be gotten for free, but you're going to get some ads at the bottom, or you can simply pay a couple bucks and you can remove the ads I mean. And then let me just show you how this works. So first of all, you tap this screen right here, and this is all the conversion options you have. Okay, you even get a mortgage calculator, a tip calculator, but then the main focus is on how you can convert from one unit to the other. But here's what I like about this conversion app. If you tap area, and let's say you want to convert 20 acres to square meters. So what happens is, when you put 20 under acre, the square meter shows up right here along with all the other units. So if you're looking for multiple unit conversions, you can see them all in the same screen. Now, as you know, your iPhone comes with a built-in conversion utility, which is called Siri. So you can do things like these. Convert 1 inch to yards.
Let me check that. 1 inch converts to about 0.0278 yards.
So as you can see, you already have this thing, but in here, it not only converts to what you're trying to convert to, it shows you all the comparison conversions right next to it. And then you simply tap where it says area, takes you back to the main menu. And again, let's do one more, length. And just to be clear, it only shows here what you want to be seen. Okay, so you can edit this, and you can add many more if you feel like it. But if you tap selective, it only has what you have selected. But if you click all, it shows all the conversion units in that category. So in length you get meters, yards, feet, inches, whatever. If you go to inches, 20 inches is 0.508 meters. It's 50.8 centimeters. And then if you want to convert 20 centimeters to meters, it's right there. Okay, so 20 centimeters is 0.2 meters. Wow, at the same time, it is 0.6 something foot. Alrighty, so that's the converter plus application. And finally, one of the big things with this conversion utility, it converts currency using real-time conversion metrics. Okay, so it connects to a database, and that database pulls the current currency conversion rates, live conversion on currency. Now, I don't mind having the free version with the ads at the bottom, but like I said, if you want to get the full version with no ads, you have to pay $2. Alright, so the next app I want to talk about is called the Clear Day app. So what this app does is, it actually is a beautiful weather tool. Okay, so here I have the quick overview, so you can do the quick view, and this is going to list all the cities that you have added, and you can scroll through them. And the nice thing is, as you scroll through them, it shows you different effects for each of these cities or countries or whatever you have down there. Okay, so and if you, let's say we tap on Istanbul right here, if you go right in there, oops, right there, it's going to give you details for that city and that country. And then if you tap the if you scroll down, it gives you the minimal view. If you scroll up, it gives you the extended view. And from here you have a settings button. It takes you into the settings. From here you can manage your cities and change some other applications, settings I mean. You go back out, you can go back to quick view, and again you can scroll around. You can go to settings right from here, tap manage cities, allows you to add or remove cities right here. Go back, you can go to settings here. You can change the unit of measurement. You can change the clock. So it's a very beautiful app, and it's fully customizable. And I encourage you to take a look at it as soon as you get a chance. And again, each weather condition has a really nicely animated video in the background. So as you scroll through, you're going to see different effects for different places. So that's rain. That's the full moon with some clouds. And this is absolutely gorgeous. Now, one more thing I do like in this app is if you go into the settings, at the bottom here, if you go to settings again, you can go to layout, and if you tap the layout, you can actually have the old layout that used to come with this app, and that looks a little different, but it is still pretty. But here you have some more customization available to you, which is something I absolutely love. Alright, so the next app I want to talk about is called the Solar Walk app. And again, you can get this app for free, or you can pay $3 to get the full version. All this app does is it gives you a snapshot of your solar system. If you get the free version, you're limited to what you can see. If you get the full version, the one that I have, you can see the entire solar system and interact with all the objects such as the Earth or Mars within it. And this is a landscape view app, so you have to take a look at it in landscape orientation. So basically, right now we have the Earth pulled up, and if you tap the bottom, the button at the bottom right here, it's going to bring Earth a little closer, and it's going to pull up this menu here, which gives you data regarding the Earth. So you can tap these icons, get some information about the solar system. This gives you all the measurements of the Earth. Okay, that's the internal structure of the Earth, if you're interested to know about that. And as you can see, you can continue playing with this app. Here's the map version, so it gives you that's Eurasia right there. You got Africa. And if you go back, you can zoom out, and you can see the entire solar system. Okay, so you got the sun in the middle, and you get all the planets rotating about, and you can zoom in simply by pinching in and pinching out. And if anything interests you, you simply go to it. That's the Earth. And then, there's a couple other things you can do here. You can tap the screen. It makes the menu disappear, and it still rotates about. Tap it again, the menu comes right up. You can tap that search icon. and then you can go to the sun, and then if you press the information icon at the bottom, it will bring up that same menu we were looking at, which was for the Earth, but this time it is for the sun, and you get a lot of information about the sun right over here. It's a very interesting explorative app that I really enjoyed when I downloaded this. So again, you get all the planets. You even have some comets. So if you tap that, let's tap that right now, see what happens. There you go. And even though you probably cannot hear it, there's actually a nice soundtrack, a science fictional soundtrack playing in the background as you play around with this app. And if you tap this icon on the top, shows the date and the time. So here's another fantastic app called Fing. First of all, Fing is 100% free. But what Fing does is it scans your home and it finds the local wireless router that you're currently using, and then it shows you each and every single device that is connected to your router. Okay, so if you look over here, you've got a list of all the devices that are currently wirelessly connected to my router, and my router is on the top. And not only does it show you the IP address, it shows you the MAC address. Now these MAC addresses are private information, so you have the option to go into settings and you can mask the addresses. So if somebody's looking at it, like as you are right now, you cannot figure out what my MAC addresses are for my individual devices. Okay, but I mean, it's really hard to keep track of what device this is by looking at these obscure names over here. Okay, it says Apple TV, that makes sense, but then at the bottom here it says BR something something. So what you can do is you can tap on any of these guys and you can give them a custom name. Okay, so if this is my TV, I can simply name this my Samsung TV in the living room. Okay, so a really nice app to keep track of what's happening in your house as far as your wireless router is connected. And if you see here something that you don't recognize, that means somebody is hogging off of your connection. You can then go into your router, your wireless router, and block that person off. Alright, so the next app that I absolutely love, it's called Battery. It's actually called Battery Doctor when you go and search for it. Again, it's free with ads, but you can pay a couple bucks to remove the advertisements if they actually get on your nerves. But here's what I like about this app. It's simply gorgeous. Okay, so it tells you what's remaining on your battery, what the current power is, even gives you a little icon on the top here regarding the weather, and it comes with a widget. So as you know, if you pull down the notification center with iOS 8, you can have widgets on your phone. So if I go down here, there's the widget for that Battery Doctor. Again, it's showing me how much battery is remaining and how many hours do I have remaining before it dies out. Even has a boost memory option. Of course, if you tap that, it takes you straight into the app, and from here you can tap on optimize. Not optimize. Let's see. You can tap on memory here, and you can simply click boost, and that is going to boost the performance of your phone. Now, even though iPhone is very well optimized, you can still use this and you'll see a slight increase in performance. Other things you can do, tap here. Again, this is a more detailed view of your battery. This is the battery manager. That's the main status screen. If you tap this, it shows you how much space you have free. So I have 29.4 gigabytes available, and I can clean up the cache. So the cache, if I tap that, it's going to ask me, did you want to clean the cache? You can say yes if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, I wouldn't touch it. And that's not all. If you press the 4 squares at the top here, it takes you deeper into the settings. But here, there's another option that I like. It's called the system. If you tap system, it shows you your current CPU and your memory usage, the hard disk availability, how much is being used, how much is free, and some other details at the bottom here. And you can scroll all the way down to see more. Okay, so a really neat app, gives you a lot of information. It is free, and you can pay a couple bucks to remove the apps. So the next app I want to talk about is called the Paper Camera. So this is going to be a landscape app. So if I go down just like that, And if I tap this, it's going to launch the camera app. So as you can see, it looks at everything in the background and change that to some kind of paper sketch, but you have different options. Okay, so if I put something in the background here, that's my hand, by the way, that's all real time. I can go through these different effects. So this is one of my favorite effects. It's called the matrix effect. So take a look at my hand. That's my hand, and it's in matrix mode. So put that little thing right here, take a picture. So some of the effects, before you can take a picture, you can subscribe. Okay, so I'm not going to take a look at that right now. Let's go to an effect that actually works without the subscription, and that's probably going to be this main mode. So take the picture, it takes the picture and saves it in your gallery. And again, let's go through some different modes. That's the SketchUp mode. That is the Aquarello mode. And you got the old printer mode. Take a picture with that guy. And then you can tap at the bottom here. And that's going to bring up the pictures that you've taken. Okay. I may actually go and subscribe because I do like that matrix mode a lot. Let's go back there. One more time. There you go. Now to unlock those matrix effects, if you click Tell Me More and you go through the prompts, it's going to tell you that you can do 7 days for free, or it's going to be $1 per month subscription to get the full features of the paper camera. Now paper camera is not bad, okay? So you can do videos or pictures. Okay, so you can take videos in this matrix mode or any mode that is available right here, or pictures. And you can also do some adjustments. If you look at the top here, you can change the contrast, you can change the brightness, you can increase the amount of lines present. Okay, so really nice and customizable, fun to play with app if you like it. Now another one of my favorite apps that I use daily is called the Alarm Clock HD Pro. Again, you can get this for free, or you can pay a couple bucks and you can remove the ads. It's probably worth removing the ads. So if you tap this guy, it's a clock. Okay, and again, you can do this landscape, portrait, or landscape orientation. Okay, and this is what it's meant to be for, obviously. When you're sleeping and you have your charging cable attached to your phone, you can pretend that this is in fact your alarm clock. And what I like is, let's put it in this mode right here. Okay, if you tap this button here, it gives you a nice little box of weather forecast for 4 days. Again, if you tap it, it takes it down, and you can go into settings. And what I absolutely love is if you tap display, you can change different clock styles. So from a red LCD, you can go to a cyan LCD or a blue one. So let's take a look at how that looks. There's the blue version right here. Okay, and you can go through different colors. And again, let's go right back in. You can go to the weather screen. You can allow the app to show you some weather. You can have it show you the city name, and you can change the unit of measurement. And of course, this is an alarm clock, so you can add alarms. So if you tap here, you can add any alarms, and then from here, it's going to ring in the morning when you have to wake up, and you can allow it to actually play songs from your iTunes library. So you don't have to use the built-in alarm voices. You can use songs in your iTunes library. And then one more thing I wanted to show you guys. If you go into settings, and if you go to gestures, if you shake the app while the app is running, if you shake the phone, it's going to toggle the flashlight. So there's a built-in flashlight if you want to play with it. And let's go back real quick, go to done, double tap, and that brings up the gadgets. Remember I told you have to tap this? These are called the gadgets. You can add music here. You can use you can view your weather forecast here. Again, you can double tap anywhere to bring it up. Okay, again, a fantastically well-designed app that is worth it. And again, like I said, there's a free version that you can grab, or you can pay $1 to get the one with the full features. Features such as the brightness slider. So in the paid version, you can do things like these. So you can dim the brightness simply by sliding your finger on the screen. Okay, and you get options like this. So if I tap this icon right here, it gives me some more information about the weather. So the one I just showed you guys is called the Alarm Clock HD Pro, but there's an alternative that you can get. It's called Alarm Clock HD, and without the Pro. So that's, again, it's you can get it for free, or you can pay $1 to get the premium version. Let me just show you what that looks like too. If you go inside, the difference is with this one you get a nice news feed at the bottom, and the customization menu is a little bit different, and you do have access to a flashlight right on the top here. So if you tap that, that's your flashlight. Tap it twice to turn it off. Tap the screen, go to the settings, and as you can see, the settings screen looks a little bit different, and it is actually a little more customizable. So you can remove a lot of things from the screen. Again, you can change the foreground color. As you can see, I do like this a little bit better because you can pick any color you want. Okay, there you go. So either go with the Alarm Clock HD Pro or the Alarm Clock HD. And then finally, I want to take a look at the Camera Plus application. So the basic camera that comes with the iPhone isn't that great. It's very minimalistic, and you do not have full control over your camera. So let's just take a look at the Camera Plus really quick. I do encourage you to download this and play around with it to get all the ins and out. But it's got a nice level, as you can tell. Okay, so that level is live. And you actually, one thing I like about this camera is you can get full control over the ISO and the shutter speed, and by tapping these icons right here. Okay, so right now it's in auto mode. You can turn that off and manually change even the focus. This is the focus. So this is the manual focus right here, or you can go back to auto. You can go to ISO, and from here you can control the shutter speed and the ISO manually, or you can simply go to auto. And once you take a picture, you can go in here, and let's go into that picture that we just took, maximize it, and from here obviously you can edit the picture. You can go into effects, got a lot of nice effects here that you can play around with. Okay, you can crop, rotate, everything you can do on the regular app except for the full manual control. So let me get out of here, go back to the camera, and of course if you tap this icon here, these are all the options that you have that you can play with. You can turn off the sound, you can turn off the grid, you can allow the zoom to be present, you can do geotagging and stuff like that. And finally, there's a little plus sign up here. If you tap the plus sign, it gives you even more options. You can go into the macro mode, you can do a square, so you can do like square pictures. You can do landscape pictures in any, or like you can have this landscape mode while you're holding your phone in the portrait orientation. And if you go back in there to the plus sign, you got other things like the stabilizer, you got the timer, and you got the burst mode. Let's go to regular mode, and that's it. And Camera Plus is going to cost you $3. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more videos to come. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and also you can go ahead and connect with me socially on Google+, Facebook, and Twitter, for which all the links are in the description below. Thank you again, and I'll see you the next time. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just throw them down in the comments section below.